Okay, so we've been on this deep dive into spiritual enlightenment
Yeah.
and, this group that we've been looking at, the Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood.
Right.
And you've got some interesting writings, I think, from
Yeah.
Truth and Consciousness Over Magic and Occult Practices, .txt
Okay.
by Waxira,
Alexia, okay.
the founder and Grand Master of the Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood.
I mean, it's a pretty bold statement right there in the title.
Definitely.
Truth and consciousness over magic and occult practices.
Yeah, you can kind of get a sense of where they're going with this
Right away.
right off the bat.
So, I mean, you've probably picked up on it. They're not really big fans of magic, are they?
Yeah, they're pretty opposed to magic and all these occult practices, actually.
I mean, why, though?
Yeah, that's the question.
Like, what is it that makes them think that all of this stuff
Right.
that, other people are saying is the path to enlightenment?
Yeah.
Saying, no, this is actually holding you back.
Yeah.
So let's dive into that.
What is it about magic that they think is so detrimental to spiritual growth?
Well, it's interesting because they don't see magic as this kind of like mystical, supernatural force.
Right.
They see it as manipulation.
Okay.
Basically, you're trying to manipulate energy to kind of like bend the world to your will.
I see.
You know what I mean? And they argue that that kind of focus on like external control, that's actually what pulls you away from your true self and your spiritual purpose.
Yeah, it's almost like you're trying to force a square peg into a round hole.
Exactly.
Is
that a bit
going with the natural flow.
Yeah, you're trying to control everything around you instead of looking inward.
Right.
And that's what they think is the problem. They think it traps you in this cycle of ego and illusion.
Oh, so you're chasing all these
Yeah, you're chasing
desires.
manipulating the external world
Yeah.
instead of like really focusing on genuine inner development.
I got it. So if magic is off the table, then what are they suggesting?
Right.
How do we reach enlightenment according to the Brotherhood?
So picture this. Imagine a path to enlightenment
Okay.
where you're not like conjuring spells and, casting rituals,
Right.
but you're cultivating inner peace and connecting with something much bigger than yourself. Waxira calls it the path of truth, love, and consciousness.
The path of truth, love, and consciousness.
It's a journey inward through practices like meditation, self-reflection, and this thing they call service to others.
Okay, so meditation and self-reflection, those make sense to me.
Right.
But what is this service to others thing?
So service to others is basically like shifting your focus from me to we.
Okay.
It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and acting with compassion and generosity.
Okay.
So that can look like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as like
Great.
lending a listening ear to a friend, volunteering in your community, or even just being more mindful of your impact on the world around you.
So it's less about like these huge grand gestures.
Exactly.
And it's more about these little consistent choices that you make.
It's the little things that reflect those values of truth, love, and consciousness.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah.
And I remember Waxira really emphasized this idea of like seeking harmony.
Yes.
With the natural order of the universe.
Not trying to manipulate it.
Yeah.
Not trying to like bend it to your will for your own personal gain.
It's that desire for control, right?
Yes.
That greed and that selfishness that
Precisely.
ultimately leads to suffering.
Yeah, because instead of creating like unity and connection, you're creating separation.
Right.
And ultimately they believe spiritual suffering.
And it's interesting how they tie this personal inner growth to this much larger goal.
Absolutely.
Of creating a better world.
Yeah. They talk about creating a world of unity, harmony, and love.
Yep.
And it's not just about individual enlightenment.
Right.
It's about how those individual journeys actually contribute to a better world for everyone.
So to kind of sum it all up, the Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood, they're saying no to magic. They're saying no to the occult.
Right.
Because they believe that these practices are actually just distracting us from the real work, the inner work.
Your real deal.
Yeah. Their path, it's about cultivating truth, love, and consciousness. Yeah. Not just for your own personal enlightenment, but for the betterment of the whole world.
It's like recognizing that the real magic comes from within.
From within.
It comes from tapping into our own potential for good.
Yes.
Not from trying to
control and manipulate everything.
Manipulate external forces.
Yeah. So I think this leaves us with a really interesting question.
Yeah.
If true enlightenment really does come from within, what kind of magic is possible?
Oh.
When we shift our focus from controlling everything around us to unlocking that potential inside of ourselves.
That untapped potential.
Yeah. What could we achieve if we all embrace that path of truth, love, and consciousness?
That's the question.
So keep diving deep into these ideas.
Yeah, I'll keep exploring.
And let us know what you discover.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
See you later. Bye.